Hello my friend, my name is Zamir. I'm talking with you from the SC Center. We are the official KNX training center. Today I would like to talk about the HMI from the Elsner Elektronik that is called Casaconnect. It is a 10-inch touch panel with the server inside to control all needed in a smart building. I'm going to provide you some details about this product. Please consider it and let me know if you have any questions. First of all, in KNX touch panel products, under the KNX product in Elsner Elektronik, you can find the table. In this table, there is a nice studies about the differences between different touch panels that are manufactured by Elsner Elektronik, and you can see the Casaconnect KNX, that is the latest product from Elsner, is quite nice to cover all of the functions that we need to control the functions in the rooms. The key important things about these touch panels is it is manufactured with server inside, so if you want to control the smart building, there is no need to buy extra software. You can only use this touch panel because this is manufactured with server inside. And also there is no need for any interface. You can connect it directly to the KNX bus cable. Also for installation, it only use two regular plastic housing that we use it in, like the sockets in a building. So there's no need to any extra big housing materials. It is installed on a surface, so the heat sinks is quite well, and also it has 4 speakers around it and one another special speaker at the back, so the sound is quite nice when it's working. About the function, I can say it is used to control the KNX products, KNX devices, all of them. The size is 10.1 inch. You can connect it directly to the local area network or the Wi-Fi. You can do both of them. Also, you can maintain it, or I can say you can repair it from the outside of the building with the remote access. So it is possible. Of course, it should be activated before this operation. Note that if you want to control it through the internet, you should buy the VPN and connect it point to point and have a connection point to point between your mobile phone and the router in your home network. It has a SD card inside. This card is go to save the configuration, the picture you want to have in screensaver and so on. It can support 24 scenes also, so the user here can define the scenes by themselves. Also, it is possible to depend these scenes to the date and time. That's so nice. It can be all done by the user. There is 3 channels. There is 3 type of channels. So the type A can include 80 channels to control the blinds, shutter, awning, windows, fan, switching, dimming, RGB or RGBW. Also, the type B can include 120 channels. It is used to monitor the sensors, alarm messages, transmission of floating point values, text messages. Also, you can send the control data point type to control 1 bit, 8 bit, 16 and 32 bit. Another type is type C, and it can include 15 channel. At this type, you can define all of the HVAC application in a room to control the fan coil, floor heating, radiator, and so on, and the combination of them also. Note that this touch panel provides you 15 closed loop controller, and all of them can act as a thermostat. Also, it supports the alarm object, central object, safety module, and human-centric lighting for its touch area. In the technical part, note that the surface is fully on glass. It is black. It's only one color. Degree of protection is 20, so it should be used inside of the room. The operation degree is between 0 and 55, and it can tolerate until 95% of relative humidity. About the operating voltage, you should make it run with the voltage between 20 to 32 volt DC. Of course, for example, you can connect it to 24 volt DC, it is fine. And to communicate with KNX, you should connect it to the black and red wire of the KNX. It can support 2000 group addresses. If you need any more information, you can go to the download and download the data sheets and manual and so on. So in a data sheets, you can see the detail of the installation. Of course, it's so easy, but you should take a look for the first time. And in a next data sheet, there is some information about the start of the system, how to configure the network, how to update it, and how you should treat with your SD card at this touch panel. Also, for a user, there is some help to show how they can control the devices in a room or in a building by the manual part in this touch panel. Note that all the icons are quite big here, so it is so easy for user to use it. In a manual, if you have any questions about the programming, group objectives and so on, you should go and see the manual. Also, I should say that there is two types of sets from the Elsner Elektronik, that both of them are equipped with this Casaconnect. In this type, you can see all of the functions are controlled by these touch panels. In these sets, they are programmed before releasing the manufacturer, so it is nice for the quite small and medium projects. So here there is a possibility to connect these touch panels to all the devices you can see, and the point is, if you read this manual, you can understand more about the Elsner product and these touch panels ability. For example, you can see that these touch panels receive the GPS data from the outside weather station to recognize the time and coordination. Also, it makes a adequate alarm depend on the smoke detectors or leakage detectors. Also, if it can provide the energy saving scenario based on the presence detection and room controller. So it is so worth to see this manual. So let's go to the for the ETS database. In a database part, in a parameter setting, first of all, we have the general setting. It is important to note that any settings you do in parameter and later after the link of the group addresses, you download it to the touch panels. So the user can see the interface that you program it in ETS, and also the user can see it in a mobile phone. So there is no any extra software to configure this device, only this ETS is quite enough for that. Okay, in general setting tab you can see the ability to define the traffic of the data behavior. Also you can see we can activate the malfunctions objects. I leave it as the default. In screen part, if I activate it, there is a group addresses to control the screen. It's coming out, so you can control it from outside of the touch panel. In date and time, as I said, there's no clock in this touch panel, so it should read the date and time from outside, like the weather station, so you can define which objects you needed. For the location, there is a possibility to import it in the touch panel or through the group objects, like the latitude and longitude by the group objects. It is possible to do both of them, and so on. In alarm central function, there is 3 use alarm objects that you can activate it, and of course the group object of alarm is activated. Then for central function, there's 4 central function you can activate it. For weather data, there is possibility to show all the weather data that you have it from outside and show it in a touch panels. So you can activate it here and then make the link between your group objects and output of the sensor. For the safety module, if you activated the safety module, you can see the objects from 1980 to 1995 is activated for the safety and alarm. So here we have the objects to acknowledge, to activate the siren, flashlight, and so on. So it provides quite complete group objects to control the safety things. In a functional block, that is the most important things we needed here. So you can, for example, say channel A you need 10, then in channel 1 10 you can put the function, for example, to switch and dim. Then all the group objects for switch and dim is coming here. You can see the complete group objects are coming here from the control and monitor or status, both of them. Also, it is possible to go to type B. Type B, if you remember, is for sensor. So in type B you can see there is a short and long operation, control, display of 8 bits, 16 bits, 32 bits, floating point, input, and many other things. You have it. For example, sensor humidity, sensor temperature and humidity, you want to show it off in this channel, and here there is a group object of this temperature and relative humidity. And the type C, you have, what you have in type C is, in fact, the function. For example, we want to use it to temperature regulator extension. So here the thermostat is coming up. Of course, you can use the control output or use it only as sending the data point type. For example, here I want to control the fan coil, and I need to use the fan coil controller. So here in group objectives you can see channel 1C, C1, we have all the needed group objectives to control the fan coil. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again.